So, ready for a little bit of aromatherapy today in essential oils? What I will do is I will start sharing my screen very quickly. There we are. And as Juan and Cesar said, I was asked to do a short training on aromatherapy. I know that many consultants know a lot more than I do about aromatherapy because this is how you live every day. But there's a lot of many new consultants that have joined us today, and even our faithful customers and club members that will also benefit from learning a little bit more of how to use them and how to enjoy them, most of all. So this will be a very quick overview of how to use aromatherapy and how to make it easy and how to incorporate it to your everyday lives. We can't talk about aromatherapy without first talking about essential oils, okay? Essential oils are the DNA of all our used products. Every single product that you see in use has some kind of essential oil inside them. You might find pure essential oils or blends in these little bottles that you see in this picture, but you will also find them in creams, in body balms, in lotions, where we have already incorporated essential oils to them to make them easy to use and to apply to the body. Okay, essential oils are the soul of a plant. And if we think of them, they are, the very force that every plant has. One drop of essential oil contains tremendous amount of vegetal energy, of plant energy. Essential oils are extracted from leaves, from stems, from flowers, and from roots of very different plants. Essential oils are also absorbed through the skin and through the respiratory system. That means that if you apply an essential oil to the skin, it will be absorbed, it will enter your body and your bloodstream through your pores. And also, if you put it in a diffuser or you just, you smell, you take a whiff of an essential oil, it will go into your respiratory system through your nose and your mouth because it goes through all your respiratory system, okay? If we have to define what essential oils do, they promote health and well-being of the body, the mind, and the emotions. Now, where do they come from? In use, we have essential oils coming from all parts of the world. The origin depends on where we find the best essential oil of that specific plant or fruit. For example, oranges could come from the south of Florida, and so on. So the origin can vary even from batch to batch of the same essential oil, because depending on weather conditions, of floods, or even of transportation. For example, there's a lot of essential oils that come from China. Many ports have closed in China due to COVID. So it depends on where we get the perfect essential oil. That's where we buy it and we bring it to to mix into blend, okay? For example, each essential oil is submitted to a purity and identity test to guarantee its unique quality. That means that we do chromatography testing, we do refraction index testing, we analyze the density, and there's also a human panel that analyzes the fragrance, the texture, the color. So there's a lot of factors that come into every single batch of essential oil to make sure that you get the best possible oil in the world. As I said, origin and cultivation play a crucial role in the selection of the ingredients. And for example, if we look at lavender, lavender comes from the south of France. If we think of eucalyptus, for example, it can come either from China or from Australia or from both, depending on how much we need, how much we're going to be using. Because, for example, eucalyptus is a very big essential oil in used products. Why? Because we have them in Eucosol, we have them in eucalyptus essential oil, we have them even in foot creams. So eucalyptus we buy enormous amounts of eucalyptus essential oils. So since we like to buy with, from small plantations where we know that everything is really taken care of and very protected in terms of cultivation, we might source it from different parts of the world. When we talk about neroli, that wonderful essential oil that comes from the orange flower, We might bring it from Spain, or we might bring it from Italy. And it's very difficult, or even from Brazil, for example, it's very difficult to get large amounts of neroli essential oils because it's used a lot in perfumery. You know, upscale perfumery uses neroli a lot. So it's very difficult to really get the amounts that we need of essential oils. So we change and we choose where we will be sourcing an essential oil from different countries. Now, we did a very quick introduction to essential oils. Where do we like to use essential oils? Because, you know, essential oils are used in perfumes, they are used in fragrances for cooking, in many different, but we like to use them in aromatherapy. And we can, as I said, we can't talk about aromatherapy without mentioning essential oils. Now, let me tell you a little bit about aromatherapy. Aromatherapy, the term aromatherapy was invented by Gattefossé, René Maurice Gattefossé. He was a perfumist who was working in his lab in 1928. He was concocting some kind of special perfume, and he suddenly burned his hand. Out of desperation, he plunged his hand in the closest bin that he had beside him. It was a container that had some kind of liquid. So he just plunged his hand in there, and suddenly he felt incredible relief. To his surprise, his skin did not blister, and it healed very, very quickly. You know what that was? It was lavender essential oil. And that's what got him thinking of, what if we start using essential oils other than for perfumes for health and relaxation and other sorts of properties and benefits. So that's what he did, and he was the one who invented the term aromatherapy. Now, lavender essential oil, which was the one with which he started with, is super popular all around the world for its multiple benefits in terms of physical, skin benefits, skincare benefits, and of course, emotional benefits, because it's one of the most relaxing oils you will ever find. Now, essential oils have been used for, you know, we say from ancient, it's an ancient practice. Why do we say ancient? Because it was used long before Gattefossé. It was used by the Egyptians, for example, to mummify their dead. It was used, so it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. But if you want to define aromatherapy as a practice, that's what we're going to be talking about today, we could say that aromatherapy is an ancient practice that uses essential oils to promote the health and the well-being of the body, the mind, and the emotions. Now, this is a very formal definition of essential oils. I want to show you what essential oil use looks like when we do it with friends and in a very easy and fun way. Look at this. This is a training that I did a few years ago. Everybody has a tissue on their face with 1 drop of lavender essential oil, a nice music in the background, and they're all relaxing, very happy with lavender essential oil. Here is what we call pocket aromatherapy, is when you don't have any of, you know, a diffuser or different methods of using, and you want to do something quick. You just friction, you know, put a couple of drops on the palms of your hand, you do a quick friction, and you cup your hands over your nose and mouth, and you inhale deeply, and you're going to feel wonderful depending on the oil that you choose. Then there's another group here doing a cold compress with a little bit of peppermint oil and an icy cold water, and on their foreheads. That's incredibly relaxing. It takes away your headaches, it refreshes. And just this is the picture, the photo that I like the most, where everybody is having fun. Everything seems easy and relaxed when we're doing aromatherapy. So think of aromatherapy as something that you can incorporate to your life, that has to be easy, that has to be fun. And it's a little bit like cooking. I mean, don't worry too much about how many drops, and if I do this and if I mix that. You know, everybody will have their own way of doing it. You might add some more pepper, some more salt, or you might add some more little drops of one or drops of the other, but relax, experiment, and have fun with aromatherapy. So I like to define aromatherapy as the art of generating wonderful moments. Now, if you go to Used has several essential oils, each one with its own personality. And the ones that I'm showing here are the ones that are pure essential oils. They haven't been blended with anything else. We have bergamot essential oil, orange essential oil, lemon, and each one has its personality. For example, lemon we call inspiration. So it's easy for you to identify very quickly what kind of mood lemon is going to get you in. Bergamot we call happy drops. Lavender we call relaxation. Jasmine is sensual and passionate. Gardenia is balanced confidence. So each and every oil that we offer has one broad range of properties, both emotional and physical, but we like to define them with one word. So it's easy to choose which one you're going to need. But we also have blended essential oils. That's very special because we have galenic masters who are in Switzerland, which mix exactly the right amount of essential oils to create a wonderful and perfect blend for a specific need. And that's where we have, for example, anti-stress, we have harmony, we have our famous 31 herbal oil that's been with us since 1976. Then we have newer ones like Gardenia essential, Gardenia blends, it's called Gardenia Nights. We launched that last year in the middle of, the pandemia where nobody was able to sleep and nobody was able to relax. And this is a perfect relaxing essential oil blend to let you sleep the whole night long, to make you sleep the whole night long. And then we have Guduchi, which is a revitalizer. So we have many, many essential oils and essential oil blends to offer for you to choose whatever you find best for what you need. Now, as I said, each drop of essential oil is super strong, has an enormous amount of plant energy, but it's also very, very strong on the skin. So we like to use essential oils with carriers. When we say carriers, we mean some kind of base that can help dilute the concentration of an essential oil to ease the spread, for example, in large surfaces. So if I want to do a massage with an essential oil, I will choose a carrier that allows me to spread in large surfaces of my back or my shoulders, the essential oils diluted in them. Of course, you may use your own, you can choose what essential oils you want to use for the specific need that you have. But you can use one or you can use several essential oils and create your own synergy. Now, usually we suggest that people use beginners especially, 3 essential oils at a time. Why? It's a little bit like mixing colors or like mixing flavors, as I said before, with condiments and when you're cooking. If you put too many in, nothing will be able to stand out. So we like to choose 3. That doesn't mean that you can't use 4 or 6 or 10. It's your choice. But if you're a beginner, start with a few so that you can understand which one you like, how it makes you feel, how friendly it is to your perception. So that's what we suggest. And in use, we have some carriers that we love to offer to use to incorporate to the practice of aromatherapy. We have the possibility of designing our own aromatherapy synergy and creating our perfect mood. Simply blending a few drops of essential oil into a lotion, an oil, or a mist, you can create your perfect fragrance and your perfect mist for whatever you need or whatever mood you want to create. The first one is the body and room mist. That's the bottle you see on the bottom. You just mix a few drops in a little spray bottle that comes with this body mist. And you mix a few drops, six drops of essential oil for every 10 ml of body mist, and you just mix it, and you can spray it on your curtains, on your upholstery, in the room as a room freshener, on your clothing, on your body if you do a body mist. You can use it however you see fit. Then we have a body oil, which is very nourishing and softening to the skin, and it's great for massage. Because if you take 1 drop of essential oil and you want to use it for massage, you won't be able to spread it because it's like a dry oil. So you need a very emollient, a very soft oil to be able to use as a carrier for massage. And lastly, we have a body lotion, which we like to use every day, but you can do your perfect combination of essential oils according to what you need today. If I need something uplifting, I'll do a combination that is uplifting. If I need something relaxing, I will do a combination that is relaxing. But every day I will moisturize my skin with a body lotion and the synergy that I want for myself. Again, for those of you who are beginners and don't know how to mix and blend, we have some few suggestions. We have ideal combinations. And here again, we propose 3 essential oils because it's for, for the sake of simplicity, okay? So for example, if we talk about creativity, we want to mix lemon, neroli, and rosemary. If we talk about a passion, we want to mix jasmine, bergamot, and lemon. If we want to think about let me see, tummy comfort, chamomile. Chamomile is the flagship essential oil for tummy comfort. But if you put a little bit of peppermint and a little bit of lavender, it's even better. So these are combinations that you will find, for example, in our catalog as a suggestion for mixing and blending essential oils. So with the Aroma Blends body lotion, you can do a customized moisturizer. With the body mist, you can do a customized body and room mist. With the oil spray, you can do your customized massage. Then essential oils don't always have to be used in these carriers. You can use it in your diffuser and create a great atmosphere in your rooms for your family or for yourself, depending on what you need. You can do pocket aromatherapy. That's what we like to do, quick and dirty aromatherapy. You get a Kleenex, you put a little drop of any essential oil, you just put it over your face and relax for 10 or 15 minutes, and you're going to end up renewed or relaxed, or depending on which essential oil you use. Another way of using it is that the one that I mentioned before, a little drop on your hands, quick frictions, and inhaling over your face. And essential oils are great for steam inhalations. For example, if you use eucalyptus or peppermint, and when you have a cold, it's great because it opens up all your airways. If you have somebody with a fever at home and you already gave them enough, Motrin or ibuprofen or whatever you use for fever, and it's still not enough, a cold, icy compress on the forehead, on the armpits, and the neck, or on the soles of the feet can really help to decrease fever very, very quickly. As I said, all essential oils are antibacterial. So if you put a few drops in a glass with a little bit of water, and you just mix it, and then you swish it around your mouth, you'll be disinfecting your mouth, and you will be ending up with a wonderful breath if you use, for example, again, peppermint, eucalyptus, or even one that has a little bit of a stronger fragrance. You can choose whatever you like. So to finish this part of the training, I did a quick introduction. I think I really am a convinced person that the practice of aromatherapy should be fun, should be really easy, should be very enjoyable, and should be incorporated to your daily lives. So you can use it when you're relaxing at home. You can use it for your children. You can use it when you need to create a nice atmosphere for your whole family. You can use it in your car. You can use it when you're working. You can use it when you're meditating. I mean, there's a million uses, but try to use at least a single drop of essential oil every day, and I can assure you that it will change your life completely. So now that we've talked about the basics of essential oils and aromatherapy, let's talk about the news that I have for you today, which has to do with a new product launch. Okay, so now let me just go on, and it's a privilege for me to have your attention, to see that you have separated some time to come and learn some more about aromatherapy. And oops, sorry. I forgot to disconnect my WhatsApp. Oops, sorry. Skype. I hope nothing is just give me 1 second. Let me turn that off. 1 second. The doorbell. Does that happen to you all the time? Just give me 1 second. Let me put on my mask because I still use my mask every time I open the door. 1 second, please. I'll be back. Somebody got the door. Thank you. Wow, that was great. On the phone. All these. Let me put this off. Oh, the dogs. Oh my God. Okay, here we are. Here we are again. Concentrated with you. Sorry, and thank you for your patience. Today we're going to talk a little bit of a concentration. All this, show that I just did. You might have been surprised. She's crazy. She didn't close her application. She didn't have somebody open the door. But this is what happens every day in our lives. And today we will be talking about concentration. And why concentration? Honestly, think about what you're doing right this moment. You're all connected to the Zoom, but I'm sure that one of you must have some clothes in the dryer and thinking, if I don't take them out now, they will all be wrinkled and I will have to iron. Another one of you might be at the office, look at, just checking this Zoom, there without trying to be inconspicuous and trying nobody to notice that you're doing two things at the same time. Somebody might even be driving right now. You have to pick up your kid from school, or you have to go somewhere, and you might be listening to this in your car. So, our minds are in so many different things at the same time that we are struggling to concentrate. So, when we can't concentrate, our whole life is affected. And nobody can deny that. We can't think clearly. We lose clarity. We can't focus on the task that we are doing. Whatever we're doing, if we're not concentrated, we do wrong. And many times it's very difficult to make the right decisions. Just think about this. You might be doing something at home and your husband, your wife, your friend comes and asks you, can I do this? And you're thinking of something else. And you say, yeah. And then when you think of what you approved or what you said yes to, you might, you might want to take that back because you weren't concentrated when you did that, when you said that yes. So really struggling to concentrate happens for many reasons, but clearly in the last 18, 20 months, the pandemic has affected us all, changing our routines and our mental state without exception. Many of us are struggling with mental fatigue, with mental fog, with mental blockage. This unsettling situation has really generated a collective state of constant distraction. And people of our ages and occupations complain of mental fatigue, as I said, or fog or blockage. We really struggle to concentrate and to focus on what we are doing. And when that happens, it's very stressful because you don't feel that you were productive during the day and you always have pending stuff for the next. What causes interference with concentration? These last few months, we have adopted many new routines. Again, for those of you who are studying or who have kids who are studying, this having to connect with Zoom all day is really distracting. It's something new that we have to learn. For example, when I drive, I'm not really constantly looking at the red light or the green light. I just drive and I know that when the green is there, I continue. When the red is there, I stop. But it's not something that I have to focus. It's not a routine that I have to learn. It's something that I have incorporated. Now, when you have to learn new routines, that is stressing. For example, lots of people balancing work with childcare or incorporating new protocols. Just think of when I don't know you, but in Argentina, there's a lot of COVID. Still, there's a lot of COVID. So every time you open the door, you have to put your mask, your face mask on. You have to clean your hands. You have to find the gel to put in. It's really stressing. And all that distracts you from, maybe you left the door open and somebody comes in. Okay, so at the doorbell, what was happening just now. The doorbell rang, the phone rang, Skype rang, so everything. So new routines, permanent distractions, and emotional changes. When we are undergoing emotional stress or even emotional bliss, that is distraction. When you fall in love and you have your butterflies in your stomach, you can only think of that and you're distracted from everything else. Now, when you're in some kind of distress or when you're mourning or something that makes you sad, it also takes away from your concentration. So as a summary, concentration is really needed for everything that we do. However big or small the task, They all require a certain degree of concentration. And to be able to concentrate, we really need to be in our mental and emotional balance. Okay? How can we benefit from improving concentration? If we improve our concentration, it will increase our memory. It will promote a higher level of alertness. It will improve our learning. It will reduce stress. It will improve analytical thinking. It will improve mental energy. And of course, it will promote creativity. So look at all the areas that being able to concentrate and to focus, all the areas that this ability touches. How can we do that? Of course, nobody can tell you how to concentrate without a few well-known tips. You're going to you have to find your own formula, but a few tips, okay? Try to establish and stick to new routines so that you don't have to readjust and improvise permanently. Try to work on reducing stress. You might say, well, Annette, that's very easy to say, but harder to do. No, just small little things. How, for example, exercising, not a big one for me. Establishing a regular bedtime routine, eating healthy, finding time for relaxing and pleasant activities. Anything that promotes health and well-being. Anything that gives you some well-being will help you reduce stress. And of course, disconnect from distractions. It's important to try to focus on one thing at a time. Assign a time for each task, whether it's work-related, it's domestic, it's sports, or it's entertainment. Almost like when you have to close all the tabs on your computer, something like that. For instance, turn off the TV while you work. Don't have the TV, in the background. It's distracting. Separate quality time for your family, for example, or your friends. When you're with them, just put down your phone. Don't share time with them looking at your Instagram or looking at your Facebook or whatever, watching the news or peeping your phone, your emails. Concentrate, it's better a little quality time than a lot of distracting time. If we can manage to focus on just one topic at a time, the reward will be that you will feel less drained and tired at the end of the day. And if we are able to combine these healthy habits with a new development from use that I will show you right now, all the better. Are you ready? Here we go. Let me just make sure that my sound is on. Yes, there we go. How about the concentration of 3 mints in a small little bottle? This can go a long, long way. Let me just, as I was telling you before, all our essential oils have a personality, have a specific function, and we try to make them the more focused as possible. Because of course, if you start reading about mint and all of these types of mints, you will find a million different properties for them. But we like to help you focus on the main properties so that it's easier for you to know when and how to use it. So let me just read you the definition. 3 mints, when your memory, your problem-solving abilities, and your mental energy start to fade, the new 3-mint blend will help you improve your concentration and focus, lifting the weight of your distractions. 3 mints is a blend of peppermint, spearmint, and cornmint, 3 pure essential oils to help your days be more productive naturally. 3 mints concentrated in one unique blend. Now, this is we used to have, or we still have, a peppermint essential oil. This 3 mints blend replaces completely the peppermint essential oil that we have. This is a new blend, something exclusive from Juice. It was developed by our Galenic masters who are always searching for ways to combine essential oils, mixing them in perfect dosages so they can create a unique blend that enhances each individual benefit of the oils. Essential oils, as you know, provide multiple benefits for the body, the mind, and the emotions. And now more and more people are choosing them to improve their quality of lives. And in the last decades, it has been proven that the combination of different types of mint enhance their properties in between them. And the advantage of having our own use style blend is that you will not find this blend anywhere else. Nobody can come and tell you that this is similar to anything that they can offer. It's our own used unique synergy. Who is this for? It's ideal for people who have trouble concentrating, for example. It's ideal for people who feel mentally exhausted. Ideal in times of intense schoolwork, heavy workload, or when performing tasks that require concentration. It doesn't have to be a very complicated task. Even a small, something that you do with your hands that needs a lot of detail and you need to focus and concentrate. This is perfect to have in the background. Ideal when you have to drive or you have to perform a solitary task that require a lot of concentration that you might be easily distracted. And it has also been studied that mint helps athletes improve their performance and keep their focus on their goal. So it not only helps them keep their focus in terms of mental benefits, but also in terms that it helps athletes breathe better because it has an ability to open up the lungs and make their performance better. Now there's many other properties that peppermint has, or that mint has. And we've used them for many, many years to ease the discomfort of headaches, for example, to do steam inhalations for common colds and allergies, to add a few drops on a cold compress like I explained a few minutes ago. When you have an upset stomach, you can also rub a little bit of peppermint in the pit of your stomach and immediately feel a little bit relieved. It's great for indigestion too, or for car sickness or motion sickness, or whenever you're in the car or you're in a boat or you suffer from motion sickness, a little bit of 3-mint blend will help you feel much relieved. And then also as a mouthwash, when you gargle, you put a few drops of 3-mint blend in a little bit of water, and you can gargle, or you can swish it around your mouth. Never swallow essential oils. At least used essential oils are not for ingestion, and you will feel your breath is super, super refreshed and disinfected, of course. And then we also like to use mint when it comes to foot and leg care. If you do a foot bath with our Pedi Bath, you add a few drops of 3-mint blend and you will feel super relaxed and refreshed. If you have Pedi Balm, which is our product that helps with leg circulation, when you have heavy legs or achy legs, again, you add a few drops of the 3-mint blend and it will be really, really, really refreshing.